Hard Eyes is a horror comedy slasher whodunit releasing on February the 7th. With high anticipation for this film, I decided to try my hand at predicting every character's outcome. How many do I get right? Welcome back, I'm Sippin, and today we will be going over every character in the upcoming Hard Eyes movie and discuss what I believe will be their outcome. And stay tuned, as I believe I have a solid theory on who will be the killer and what their motive will be. A few things before I obviously correctly and accurately predict every character's fate. One, and I think you might have guessed, but potential spoilers are ahead. I don't know what's going to happen, I'm merely speculating, but you never know. My middle name might be Hawkeye. Hawkeye? Like Hawk? Nah, I'm not gonna do it to y'all. It was hard enough to even begin that sentence. Next, the comment shout out from the previous video goes to Shane Case Beer 1364. Thank you so much for your comment. Lastly, shout out to Critical Overlord, as his video on some of the character descriptions helped me with a few of them. Now, who's under that mask and slaying all these couples? First up is Detective Shaw, ironically portrayed by Jordana Brewster. If that name rings a bell, that's because she plays Mia in the Fast and Furious franchise. Yeah, a character from that series is playing a character named Shaw. Wild. But what fate does she await? She's cooked. I believe she will not make it out in the end. My reasoning behind this is a small scene from the trailer. In it, we see the killer named Heck for short wiping away at someone's mouth in order to give themselves a bloody smile. We aren't shown much, but I believe this to be Detective Shaw. At a certain point, we will see an attack at the police station where Heck tries to eliminate the leads. And I believe Shaw will be one of those unfortunate souls to not make it out alive. Granted, she could be alive during this scene, but unless she's involved with the killer, or another character just comes in blasting, I don't see her having much of an escape. That's coming from a heavy heart, cause brother, trust, I want her to live. She's a phenomenal actress. Up next is a character I have zero knowledge on. Nah, I'm a liar. But not a huge one. I mean that because we do have some information, just not much at all. We know their name will be Nico. Nico is portrayed by Latham Gaines, who was actually in Bridge to Terabithia. One thing we need to remember about this film is that it's a whodunit, meaning this. This dude just has killer written all over his face, and usually in this subgenre, if it's too obvious, it means it's not them, but someone they use to keep our eyes off the real killer. Another thing, Christopher Landon and Spyglass are some of the producers for the film. Scream 5 and 6 both had red herrings in Liv McKenzie and Danny Brackett. And over on Christopher Landon's side, Happy Death Day also had one. I just can't remember who it was. I'm sorry, man, it's just been years. So with all that being said, he's going to be the guy they want us to suspect. But it turns out, oh no, they were evil. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity? I haven't said that in a fortnight. Not since I lost my dewdrop. Speaking of dewdrop.
Hello, everybody. This is a message from Ty Sippin Ice and me, Dewey.
Please subscribe, like, etc., share with your friends, and enjoy all the incredible horror movie content. My friend Ty's channel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dewdrop. I needed that. Up next, we have, sorry if mispronounced, Gigi Zambato's character, Monica. She is listed as Allie's best friend, Olivia Holt's character. Off rip, I'm gonna keep it 20 times 5 with y'all that I see this movie not leaving many survivors. From the trailer and word around the pond, this one will be pretty gory for the type of movie it is. Personally, you can't be gory and have a ton of survivors. It just doesn't work. Unless they are setting up a sequel. Wait. Nah, she's done for. Almost want to put her in the red herring or even killer tier because of my theory, which I'll explain later when we get to who I believe will be the killer. Monica isn't shown much in the trailer, but what we do know about her role is that she works with Allie and Jay, which doesn't add much, but I thought it would be nice to include. But since we know she's apparently going to be the best friend to one of our leads, I doubt it would be her, as it would be a good twist. These movies just tend to save the best friend as just that, a friend. But I won't lie to you, after debating it in my dome piece and letting it marinate and soak in the juices, I'm afraid I might have had a change of heart. Boom, surprise twist. I still believe this movie will have tons of bodies, but after analyzing some of the cast, I believe she will be one of the few lucky ones. Watch the movie come out and she dies. Should have trusted the old gut. Speaking of best friends though, up next is the other half. Allie, portrayed by Olivia Holt. Allie is probably the character we currently know the most about. We know her best friend, obviously, but beyond that, we also know that she apparently works in advertising where she and Monica make commercials. Small world, that's also my field of work. But unlike me, well, hopefully, there's rumors she's close to being fired, as her boss is none too pleased with her currently. So she teams up with another co-worker named Jay, who is played by Mason Gooding. Long story short, this is seemingly how the plot of the movie is set up. Now, do I think she survives? Yeah, obviously. For what I believe, she will be the main lead of the film, and even in a slasher movie, you can't kill off your lead actress. She's the final girl, for crying out loud, brother! She's about as safe as it gets in a world where a mass killer is running around trying to kill you. That's pretty safe if you ask me.
I know what kind of man you are.
This next fella, I sadly don't think will be pretty safe. The great Devon Sawa, a horror icon in my books, plays Detective Hobbs.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yeah, that's not a joke. I know I be kidding from time to time, but alas, this one is real. We have our very own Hobbs and Shaw, the duo we never asked for and got anyways. This movie is a horror comedy after all, so this is gonna be some of that comedy aspect. But as I was saying, I sadly don't have a good feeling about Bro. Which is wild because at first I was pegging Bro.
Pause.
As the killer, I mean, not, well, you know. I saw dude being the one behind the mask, but upon using my crystal ball, I foresee his death. The trailer. That's my crystal ball. In one brief, blink and you'll miss it scene, we see Hobbs getting slashed in his shaw, which is a shame. Devon Sawa is goated, but hey, a body count gotta grow if what I said is to be true. So Bro's gotta clock out. Speaking of clocking out, Jay, a fellow co-worker of Allie and portrayed by Mason Chad Gooding, doesn't clock out and works overtime with Allie, which sets off the main events. Now, logically, Bro will survive, but am I a logical person? No, probably not. But while the movie could pull a 180, I find it very doubtful. So today, I'ma be logical, you hear me? I just see this movie being similar to Freaky, Totally Killer, Happy Death Days, you know, those movies. And in those movies, the love interest has a decent shot at making out alive. Wait, there's only 2 people cooked? What's going on here? Incorrect. Might need to get your eyes washed, big dog. Look again. A character with no name is immediately not looking good. They are portrayed by actress Lauren O'Hara. Now don't get mad at me if I'm wrong, cause brother, I won't lie to you. I am not 100% sure if this lady in the trailer is O'Hara. I think it's her, but I'm not fully sure. Her only having the one picture on IMDb is also not helping my case here either.
Huh?
Help me out in the comments, is this Lauren O'Hara? For now, I'm gonna say it with my chest that this is in fact her. And if that is the case, she's about the most certain I am with any of their outcomes. Dog, the trailer actually has her in a damn jigsaw trap. And then later we see good old Hobbs and Shaw investigating the said trap. She is beyond cooked. She's done for, dude. Well, we are down to the last 2 characters in the upcoming Hard Eyes film. If you find yourself enjoying the video so far, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more. These last 2 fellas, I'ma do them a little different. I believe one of them will be the killer, and to build suspense first, I'm going to go over them both and then crown who I believe will be hiding behind the mask. So first up is a character named Tommy, played by Chris Parker. That's where our knowledge ends, so yeah, tons of info. Our other character is Colin, who is portrayed by Ben Black. Sadly, again, that's where our knowledge ends. Spoiler warning, one of these characters I got losing it all, and the other is the killer. But which one is which? Yeah, I just don't think it'll be Tommy. I could see it if they were to be Allie's boss, as that's a good suspect to look at. This then leaves Ben Black's Colin as my Hard Eyes killer. Now, we don't really have much, if really, info on Dude at all, but that doesn't stop me from theorizing on why he could be the one slaying all these couples. I believe he could be a former lover of Allie, and after he was dumped by her, he's just simply snapped and thought the whole, well, if I can't have her, no one can, tee-hee. Maybe to him, he begins to hate love and despise everything about it. So he goes out trying to end couples, and in particular will target Jay and Allie as she broke his heart, and can't stand to see her move on. So that's my theory on his motive as to why. But I'm not done yet. Ben Black has portrayed the villain before in previous films, so the actor has the knack for it. But maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm spot on. I guess we will know on February the 7th, but for now, what's your thoughts on my predictions? Is there any you would change? Let me know your list down in the comments. Are you going to watch Hard Eyes? If you watched this far, I'm gonna guess that's a yes, but thought I'd still ask. Speaking of, if you have watched this far, then I'm guessing you love to theorize as much as me. And if that's the case, make sure you check out my video where I discuss conspiracy theories based on the Scream franchise that I have found around the internet. To check that out, click here. I appreciate you, stay chill, and I will see you next time.